Hello there, it's Amy Creighton at the Barefoot Dragonfly, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite stretches for plantar fasciitis or foot pain that's derived from sitting all day. So when we're seated here, we've shortened the fibers, the hamstrings on the backs of the thighs. We've shortened the length of the calf muscles and how engaged they are. And a lot of us, when we're sitting at the desk, we might be leaning and curled forward. We've rounded our shoulders. We're sitting on like a computer station. So see, instead of this nice, tall, strong low back, strong upper body, strong neck, we've kind of crunched everything over, and that's pulling and contributing to this tightness that we're feeling. And interestingly enough, the way that the calf muscles here, as they travel down into the foot, this attachment where our Achilles tendon is, continues through the bottom of the foot. So calf muscles that are particularly tight, thigh muscles that are tight, especially the hamstrings, a tight low back, tension in the shoulders, shoulders being recruited up, tension in the neck, tension in the jaw. These are all connected, right? So my stretch for you is to find a comfortable seat, have your hips, get your sits bones nice and down. We want to sit really kind of square in the chair, if you will, so that we're not putting too much pressure on one side or the other, right? We want to sit comfortably. And then you're going to take your foot. You want your outer, your medial malleolus, that's that ankle bone that you see on the outside, resting just off of the knee. Now, initially, with a lot of tension, your knee might be up here, okay? Do not force that down. That's gonna create some challenges within the hip. So let it rest where it's gonna rest. If it'll get all the way down here, cool. You may not have to use this stretch as much, but if you're up here, this is okay too. What we're gonna do, I'm using my left leg here. I'm gonna use my left hand, and I'm gonna reach forward, and I'm not rounding the spine. So I'll show you from the side. I'm not rounding this low back here. I'm pivoting at the hips to reach. See, I have not washed my feet today. I've been out in the garden, I'm sorry. Dirty barefoot all the time. So bringing that hand forward, and you're going to grab a hold of the toes here. I'll show it from this angle. I'm in a ruler still, so you can see the pivots here. So I'm drawing gently. I'm drawing the toes back towards the knee. So left leg, left hand, and I'm going to get a little pop out from the tendon that runs up towards the big toe across the bottom of the foot here. I can feel that. I can do a gentle massage. So I'm just using an open palm here. I'm doing a really nice, gentle, big circular motion. I can repeat in the reverse direction. And it's just a quick, 15, 20-second stretch. Foot comes down. I repeat on the other side. If you need a little bit of help, grab that space behind your thigh, lift, bring your hand over and get that leg up there. So if you're stiff, if you had hip replacement surgery, if you had knee surgery, it's okay. Not all of us are super bendy yoga people, okay? It's all right to ease into this. Don't feel set back by restrictions, okay? So we want this to feel comfortable. We don't want to put the pressure on the knee. We don't want to put pressure on the hip, right? So this angle here, this is okay if it's up here. Again, ideally we want to get the hip to open so that we can get this a little bit further down, but we'll get there. So we're going to reach forward, grab that foot, grab those toes, and I'm just using an open, I'm not gripping the toes, I'm using an open palm, and I'm just stretching the foot. So what I'm doing, stretching the foot, stretching the calf muscles, stretching the hamstrings, opening the hip, and so I've got this entire lower body, lower leg stretch here. Do that for 15, 20 seconds one foot, 15, 20 seconds the other foot. First thing before you jump out of bed in the morning after you've been resting, after you've been seated for a while, do that. You'll find it's going to take a little bit of time, probably a few days, of doing this multiple times a day. You might be doing it 6, 8, 10 times a day to really start to shift and change that connective tissue, that fascia across the bottom of the foot. So I hope that this gives you some good pain relief for plantar fasciitis. I would incorporate it with some of my other tips in the article around, doing an evening foot rub, really looking at your footwear, doing some assessments there, having body work as you're able to, using diet and herbs to balance constitution, so on and so forth. So big whole person, but this is one of the key stretches that I use for my clients, and I hope it's helpful to you.